You're the coolest man I've ever met.
You try to
That's
blow up
because
my
you've never
mama.
known any other men.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh, but I have. What's going on? It's your boy Sit there with the Intel, and you already see the Geekish Network is in the building. What's going on, champions? Coming in first. My man Johnny Randolph. Tell the people what's cracking, man.
Yo, what it do, Centel, man? Back here with my peeps from Centel with the Intel and from the Geekish Network, man. Let's do this.
Yes, sir. Yo, coming in second. Yo, my man Chuck. Tell the people what's going down, man.
What's up, people? We back. We're back.
Yes, sir. And batting up, clean up, my man Rakai. What's going down, my guy?
Hello, governor.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what's up, man. Listen, this is the season finale of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. This has been a great series. It took a while to earn that, but it has not disappointed. Make sure you stay to the very end because we're gonna be chopping it up about this particular episode, the season finale, and also the series as a whole. And also, you know, you get a bit of information regarding the Geekish Network. I promise you it's going to be worth your time. So without any further ado, let's get started. It's all clean. Oh no, the cat's still there.
She's there. I think he left. He said, I'm gone.
He wouldn't abandon her. He love her.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna leave her, but
He knows they're going to kill him. And she knows the truth that the house is bugged.
I don't know how he doesn't know that.
I don't know neither. There's a lot of things he don't know. You know, he's a little talking to
Put
fellow
your
spies.
antenna up, bro. What's going on with you? Take out your Smith. Wow. Damn. Straight up.
And there it is.
Straight up.
There it is.
Who had that on their Mr. and Mrs. Smith bingo card?
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. She got to go straight Dalek on him. See what I did there?
See what you did. Must exterminate.
Yeah.
Must exterminate.
I only want the beginning. We'll give each other all.
I wonder if, because they started taking separate missions, that third fail, I wonder if that was his third fail.
Oh, shit. It's gonna smell.
Whoa, was that a bullet?
That's what it seemed like.
Oh,
yeah.
There's no way that's
had
John.
to know this was coming.
That's not John, is
They
it?
probably sent it to him, too.
That's probably old girl. They didn't kill Max.
Oh, Max is a wrap.
Oh, God.
She gonna lose her shit, remember? Because Max was never gonna die.
Yeah.
Oh, Max leaning. Max got the slumpies.
Damn.
Oh.
That's how you start an episode. I like it.
I knew I should have let it dry a little longer.
They killed something she loved, and now they're going to kill something he loves, his mama.
Uh-oh.
Chocolate.
That doesn't make it good.
He's supposed to be with his mama,
It's
though.
not broccoli.
I only eat one small piece each night.
I wonder if they take out his mama and they took out her cat, so they band together to like, fuck the company. We're
Oh,
gonna take
that
the
may
company
be
down.
it. Maybe it isn't to kill her. Maybe they
can't
meant
kill
to kill
no
the
old
cat.
woman, though, man. That's like a Hollywood rule, man. You can't kill dogs, you can't kill old people, you can't kill babies.
The seat's up.
Did you leave the seat up?
He always leaves the seat down. Jane said that he always leaves.
I don't even.
He always leaves the seats down.
Or unsanitary. Must have been you.
No, he always leaves the seat
No.
down.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I was just something I want to check out here. Just don't come back here until I say it's all right, okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'll
I'll
be-
see you.
All right, I'll see you.
Okay, thank you, man. I'd have been upset if they killed the old lady.
Don't mean they're going to kill her on the street.
I love that he's that observant. He knew it right away.
He is. He's a very observant person.
He didn't even cross the threshold. His foot didn't even touch the ground. Yeah.
He noticed that something's wrong with the floor.
There we go.
There he goes, right there.
A little trippy.
Yep.
That's a lot of C4.
Yep,
It's about to get your
not
mama.
Jane.
Provocative. I think it's up to the observer whether or not she's alone or just lonely. Whatever you're feeling right now, believe me, I am 10 times angrier.
Oh, they set them both up.
You're the cruelest man I've ever met.
You try to
That's
blow up
because
my
you've never
mama.
known any other men.
Oh.
Damn. Damn.
Oh, but I have.
Did you fuck our neighbor?
Absolutely.
Mm.
I don't want to do this here. Let's go outside.
But do they know?
They don't.
No.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay. That's
She
scary.
left the bomb. This is spy versus spy. Bombs at the door. Damn.
So this is that blast on the construction site,
Yeah.
and then he shows up to the dinner and really, bitch?
It's on. It is
He
on.
gonna chase her ass. You damn right. Damn right. Damn right. Chase her ass. His asthma's gone away, baby.
Uh-huh.
Who am I? What?
You.
That's you.
She runs weird.
Well, she's an actress. She's not an athlete.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
It's like that running old dude did in The Flash.
Well, then I guess I did my job.
All right then.
So be it.
It's a call back to the movie.
Right there, staring dead at her.
He's looking at her,
Look
see if she's
dead at
lying. Oh yeah, she can't run at all.
I'm good. Thank you.
Nah, you ain't okay.
You are not taking that blow and getting up and running.
Oh shit.
That's the neighbor.
That's gonna be Michael probably.
That's the neighbor.
Oh, shit.
Did I hear a gun cock? Oh, his mama? Don't do it.
Nothing. Just come.
She wouldn't do it.
I adjusted the air conditioner. You guys keep it so cold in here.
Oh, she at their house. Okay.
I'm Denise, Michael's mother.
Your mother-in-law.
Mm.
I'm sorry, but did Michael tell you to come over here?
No, he doesn't even know I'm here. He gave me the emergency key. That's how I got in.
Oh, it's gonna be weird. He come and shoot.
And is it okay if can I cut through yours and just go over to?
Sure.
Great.
Yeah, you'll have to walk through the house.
Yeah, but I'll be quick.
He's like, I ain't never had one of you walk in my home.
Microaggressions, man.
So before you call it quits, make sure you know which Michael you're breaking up with.
Damn.
It's a shame. Looks like you guys have a wonderful life.
Hope I'm not intruding.
Not at all.
You mind if I get a towel for this? Like, I don't want to drip all
Sure.
over the place. I'm in white.
Wait here.
What if he's high?
He said,
He,
wait,
he
wait.
may be high. I think he's her handler.
Oh, thank you. Not as nice as yours, though. Those green tiles in the kitchen are just...
What?
How you want my
The fuck
towels
you
to
doing
like?
in my house?
Ain't no screen towels in the kitchen.
just like once or twice. I lent Jane a book.
He's like this motherfucker.
No wife, by the way. Recently divorced. It's a strange one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, still wrapping my head around it.
Is he a Smith?
He may be a
I
Smith.
feel like he is.
Or he may be high.
Sure, just use the one upstairs, not the one downstairs.
What if everybody in the neighborhood's a Smith?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That would be crazy.
Lives across the street. He's a doctor. If you want, I can call him up. Have him look at that, bump.
View listing. Is that his crib?
What if he has the same painting?
He's
Yeah.
a Smith, yo.
Yeah, he's a Smith. That's why he's.
He know your layouts. Wow. That's more than a nosy neighbor.
Or he's working for the competition.
Yeah, you ain't getting
No,
water,
he
bro.
just
You
got
getting
quiet.
a bullet.
It just got quiet.
My name is Harris Maderbach. I'm an agent.
Mm-hmm.
For Sotheby's. Is Sotheby's some sort of counterintelligence?
It's an auction.
Is it a CIA division that...
It's an auction house.
Yeah, Sotheby's auction house.
Tell me who you work for. Right now. Or I will kill you. Sotheby's is a real estate agency. I'm a real estate analyst.
Yeah, Sotheby's.
You added a garage and a pool, which alone would cost anyone over $25 million if the city would even allow for it. All this on the salary of 2 software engineers. It doesn't make sense. It's our Russian oligarchs and Saudi royals. And if we're being honest, neither would have the palate for something as bespoke as your home. It's a jewel. Please don't kill me.
I will kill the fuck out of you. You be dead in the
Yeah, he
motherfucker.
kind of, yeah.
I'll kill the fuck out of you.
He said, I killed the fuck out of him. I don't know if I believe him.
I'm sorry.
I don't believe him.
I'm sorry.
I don't believe him.
Unbelievable.
Well, I know he's the one that killed James Cat. Hell, I don't trust nobody in this goddamn show. I know that.
I mean, I
Me
think that's
neither.
what it's made
It's
as.
a spy show.
Right, it's a spy show. It's like, yeah, anybody can be anybody. Yeah.
You don't have to like it. Just start reading, man. Have you ever read The Prophet?
This is a throwback. This is a throwback to the movie too.
Mm-hmm.
Needed to do the sandals. I really want to finish these sandals today.
They live in a $25 million house, you guys.
It's probably even more than that. Like you
Yeah.
said, they got stuff.
The additions
in
is
there.
$25 million.
Oh, dang, she came out blasting.
He came in blasting.
You're such a bad liar.
Oh,
At what point did they find out they didn't try to kill it?
somebody got to get winged, right? Something.
No, not the wing.
It's been a long day.
Damn.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
You got the Siriano shot?
Come on with it. Oh. Oh.
Babe?
This is wild.
You saw them knives.
Pumpkin.
He's like, you try to take out my mama.
Look at
Yeah.
that shotgun. He's gonna say, "Where's Max?"
You alive,
She's gonna be
babe?
like,
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah, I saw them knives. Oh. Damn.
Oh.
Oh, you know it's gonna be some tools under the
Now
bed.
she got some tools under the bed.
Yeah. Oh, that's
He
gonna
probably-
suck. Ow.
Oh.
You say don't, you might as well say do.
Oh,
He got that Richard Pryor walk.
You got that one. I'm gonna tie her up now.
So they can talk.
They can talk. Hit the shit out of her.
And since the house is bugged, they know they didn't kill each other.
Mm.
So the hit team is on its way.
Yeah, on his way. He gonna give her the truth serum.
No, don't. Do it.
Give her
Yeah.
the truth serum. Damn.
Give it to yourself too. Yeah.
He's in love, guys. He's
Yeah.
in love.
That man is fighting for this relationship.
But so was Brad Pitt though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was too. He was dead in love.
I did.
Man, I wish I had some of this shit. Cleared up a whole lot of shit. She's gonna be like, why'd you kill
my
Max?
psych exam for the CIA because I have sociopathic tendencies.
Damn.
That makes sense.
I have a jar
Yeah.
on my table and I put a marble in every time I do something sociopathic.
How many marbles do you have?
The jar's
78.
full.
78.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm a
She's a sociopath.
sociopath? Huh?
I think you're just Japanese.
Oh, you know what that does to a woman? It impacts her. Oh.
This is like ecstasy.
You like my jealousy?
Yeah.
I was jealous when you slept with those two targets.
You ain't do that shit.
I didn't
Yeah,
sleep with
sure.
anybody.
I said that to hurt you.
You did. You hurt me.
That's
bad.
That's some female shit.
Would you have children with me, even if I'm a sociopath?
Ooh, that's a hard sell.
But just a sociopath.
Yeah.
Then I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Ah, you're making my heart jump. I had 3 clear shots of you in the kitchen.
I thought they were terrible shots.
Yeah.
That had to be intentional.
Hello?
Time to sober up.
Hello?
Hello?
It's the other John and Jane.
Yes, it is.
It's nicer,
Okay. Yeah.
right?
Oh.
Just sit. Come on.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, but we knew that was gonna happen. We saw
We knew
that.
it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
One on
To
the
the kitchen
stairwell, I
trash,
think, and
and
I
then one behind the
don't
couch.
think there's any more because I think we
And
used
the
the rest.
freezer. We used most of them. How often do you finalize?
That's all we do.
That's all they do.
What
High
else
risk.
could extremely high risk be?
High risk.
Wow.
I think it was Rakai that said that. Rakai called
Yeah.
that.
We do.
You're fun. Thanks.
Thanks.
We liked you, right?
Until we didn't. The guy in El Salvador, what?
A Smith. He was a Smith.
Oh.
Because the future isn't guaranteed.
You got 2 more. Yep. Oh!
Shit! I'm blind! Holy shit!
Oh, the muzzle flare got him.
Mm-hmm.
Go down to the safe house.
They want to kiss.
Yeah, that shit's kind of hot though.
That was hot. They blinded him.
Yeah.
But they know everything about this house. Shit, she showed them.
Yep.
That might be some of it. What a damage.
What was that? Oh, okay.
They know all the angles. She showed them.
She showed them.
Yeah.
And they know they know the soup can unlock that door.
John.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Here. Let me see.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cause didn't he get hit in the movie?
That looked like a med kit you'd see in a video game.
Yeah. Looked like the med kit on a ship.
2.
Yep.
1.
Maybe they can line up.
Never had
Yeah,
any.
gotta go.
Damn.
I never had
Never
any.
had any. He died.
He died, huh?
What's your plan?
What?
She let him take lead.
Right?
He's good at improvising.
Mm-hmm. She needs somebody can.
Remember? He needs to feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
Is he about to bleed out?
Yep.
He's bleeding a lot. And it don't look like it came out. Look like it's still in. It's not thrown through.
We can have one kid. Right?
Mm.
5. Have to find a place for my mom.
She's gonna call him Michael.
She's gonna call him Michael. And that's gonna get him excited.
Yeah. Denise is nice.
I'll go out. Count of 3. You just stay there. You breathe. And I'll shoot her and we'll get out.
Yeah, they both die.
Yeah.
They both
Terrible,
gonna
man.
die.
3.
Oh, 2 shots went off. 3.
3.
She didn't have but 1 bullet.
Right.
So
If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Centel. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. Everybody died. No? Yeah, probably. Huh. Oh, wait a minute.
he did want the house. Yeah, then and he's like, yeah, I can still sell it.
The
dead body's not on the
that
floor.
Mhm.
The John is not on the floor.
Look, he's like, yeah, I think the house is gonna be up for sale.
All right, let me make sure. I don't think there's anything else that's gonna be after this. No, there's not. Okay.
Was that the end of
That
it?
was it. We are done with Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Hey, looks like Johnny Randolph did get his wish. On his bingo card, he said everybody dies. Everybody dies. But then again, it's not 100% certain. That is left to
Not
speculation.
100% sure.
Yeah.
Could be a Hollywood death.
Yeah,
I mean,
we didn't see any bodies. So
We see no bodies. We saw 3 shots go off, which
Well,
could be
you
a
know,
bullet
the
for everybody.
And the practical of it is, I mean, but she could have popped out, shot her, and just, you know what I'm saying, like her finger was already on the trigger, so she, you know, shot a couple shots at the ceiling or the wall or whatever, maybe. But here's the thing though, in true Hollywood fashion, I'm sure they're waiting on what the ratings are. You know, what does it come back? Is this a hit? Do we continue on? Or, you know, knowing Donald Glover, maybe he's like, no, I'm just gonna leave it ambiguous. You know what I'm saying? Just that's it. You can surmise what you want to surmise. You know what I'm saying? Did they die? Were they presumed dead and they then snuck off to the mountains to have their 2 kids? Like, it is what it is.
I think Randy might have been right. I think the girl shot her twice, then she shot her once, and that's it.
Yeah.
Everybody died in the house.
died and we moved
Yeah,
on.
and he went ahead and bled out. So
he bled out.
I don't know. I think I'm kind of like, I think my Cyber or Kai on this one. I think it's left open ended just to see what the ratings do, and we'll see. I think that
don't
kind
know,
of makes
'cause
sense.
Because he's the type of person, he's finished for the project. He's finished.
And that's what I think. Like, yeah,
He's finished. He's finished. And I'm pretty sure he got that in his contract.
And
Like, y'all not going to make me spend this $1 billion running the series.
well, at
into a
least not
ground.
on this series. You're not gonna make me spend it. Because remember how long Atlanta took from, was it like season 1 to season 2?
Yeah.
And I was like, ain't no way they even coming back. I didn't think they were coming
and then
back.
after he did that, it's like the next few seasons was just like that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he had
so-
pandemic time. So he wasn't doing it. Him and his brother was in the house, probably
Sitting in
drinking,
there writing.
smoking, and writing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think he's done. I don't think he's coming
I
back.
think it's
Well,
done.
would you
I think I'm
want?
okay
Let me
with it
ask you the
being
question:
done.
Would you want a second season?
The way this
kinda
ended,
like
I
how
wouldn't.
this ended.
I
I
wouldn't
like
want
that.
a second ending.
Yeah.
What about you,
The
Rakai?
way this ended, yes.
No.
But I'm with Johnny. Now, just like they said they came back, which we knew that they was coming back. And we knew that their thing was canceling Christmas for Smiths. Just like, because we surmised that was them taking out the Smiths at the very beginning, the first episode. So let's go follow a different pair of Smiths.
I would say that. I would rather have
Yes.
a different. We can have Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but we can have different John and Jane. Because we
Yeah.
know it's a cabal. It's probably an international cabal with them all over the world.
Yeah,
So
I mean, they
it's not
hinted
really
to
one of
that
them.
with the hit in South America. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he was on the run, so his Jane was gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I would, if they continue this, I would really like to see a different John and Jane, who maybe have been doing this for a while, you know, or whatever. I don't know. I think it would be interesting to follow different Johns and Janes.
Okay, so
And they
I
said it best.
I just saw something. So just for the fans that are watching this, we have the video kind of playing in the background as we're kind of reviewing this, and I just saw something in the video, and it kind of goes back to Because of the Internet, one of Donald Glover's albums that he did, and there's a significance to the infinity sign, and it's just like this thing that never ends. It's like a Buddhist kind of feeling of reincarnation, right? And on the door to his house is the number 88. They're not dead.
And that's also
I just
double
saw
happiness.
that. I just saw that.
88 is also double happiness.
Well,
in
it's two
Chinese culture.
signs of infinity.
And double infinity
It's
signs.
two infinity signs, right? I just saw that as we were sitting there watching this.
Yeah.
So now that I've seen that, I do not think they're dead.
Yeah. I'm okay with them being dead. I'm
But
totally
we
okay
may
with them.
never know.
But we know one thing's
Yeah.
for certain. Hi is like God, and he knows. They said some people try to run and escape, and we always get them.
We
He,
never
always,
got
he knows
who he
exactly.
was. Yeah. So
Yep.
I feel like
he knows that he's God.
Yeah.
He's
I feel like this universe can continue. I just don't necessarily figure it's the Jane and John that we have here that we follow.
Oh, you
Well,
know what? That
but
kind of gives
even if it
context to the
is-
88 too, because the universe keeps continuing.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, I don't know. Okay, go ahead. I'm still processing all of this. See, you're getting all this in real time right now. All right. Go ahead, Rakai, you were saying?
But you know what I'm saying? You know, here's the thing. Whether they come back or not, it would be nice to see someone, instead of running, to go after the company. To go after, like, take this shit down. You know, because they're clearly not a government sanctioned. I mean, this is some rogue paramilitary. You know, they just out here hit men for hire. Who the hell is Hi and who the hell are these people that they telling them to hit?
Maybe.
I'm saying they may be government red. I don't know about
No,
that. They're
they're
not. Why wouldn't
not.
they? Why?
They're not, because they're not.
Because who's not?
John and Jane.
John and Jane are the minions. They don't know anything above what they're
Yeah, they
supposed
just
to
do.
know.
They just told to do. Like,
However, and here's the one thing I know about government bureaucracy.
Okay.
The one thing that you cannot do, that especially CIA, whoever, you are not supposed to be pulling jobs on American soil.
They're not
That's
supposed
one.
to be.
Well, that's not what the
Well-
CIA does, though.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to be pulling
But
jobs on American
that's what the
soil.
FBI does.
One.
The CIA
Yeah,
is
they do.
international, and the FBI
But
is
CIA,
domestic.
CIA has pulled jobs on American soil trying to be stopped by the
Of course,
DEA
everybody
and
bends the
FBI.
rule. I mean, we got a clown that thinks he's going to be president again, and
And he
he
is.
committed treason.
And he is.
He is going to be
And
president.
he is.
Oh.
I mean, so
I'm not saying that they are. I'm just not saying that. I'm not sure that they're
Yeah.
not government sanctioned.
I don't care about
no,
them
all
going
I'm
for
saying
couple-
is they're not government sanctioned. You know what I'm saying? It may be a rogue person or sect within the government, but this is not a, you know.
I wouldn't want
Yeah, they
anybody.
don't.
I wouldn't mind somebody going after the company and they die at the end. I mean,
Well,
but I don't think that's the case because nobody knows who the company is. So like, they asked who is the supervisor? They're like, it's God.
Well,
He rewards you when you do what you're told and punishes when you don't do what you're told. He send us along to come and finalize you.
well, look, let's also look at this too. Let me be devil's advocate. The people that they were hired to kill needed murdering. Like the person that, like the very first person that was at the auction, this dude had set up slush funds and international stuff and doing all kinds of shady stuff. That dude deserved to die. The guy that
Hellboy.
He said himself. He's like, yo, you really want to know how evil I am? He deserves to die. So maybe they are in some weird kind of way, doing, a tip of the spear, doing the Lord's work, angels being sent out to do horrible things. But I don't know. I'm just saying,
we don't know who they killed in their first murder though. They were in a house party. There was a lot of help there, and they brought a cake, and it blew up and killed everybody there. 9 people died.
Right. Well, what we don't know is if that person is evil or not. But what we do know is that some of the people that they did take out were absolutely evil. So,
and even if the first person that they took, maybe that lady who took the cake, maybe she was evil, but do you think the caterers were evil too? Like the other people who was working, whatever that thing was? I mean, it killed 9 people. Like,
listen,
when God put the flood out for Noah, everybody got it.
That's true.
Everybody.
And maybe those people had just outlived their usefulness, right?
That's Old Testament.
Well, yeah,
billion.
but that to me is what makes this a little bit more interesting, is that Old Testament type of logic of justice or good or bad. We see the yin and yang, we've seen the infinity sign. Like there's some other elements of the storytelling that's being added into this. I'm just saying it's entertaining to think of the concept that that high may not be a bad guy.
Yeah.
I mean, they're hired a sociopath.
I understand that most all people, especially when you're in this line of work or whatever, most people are expendable. And very few people who are in this line of work, and that's Hollywood, very few of them have this code of conduct, right? I don't kill kids. I don't kill old ladies after 6 p.m. and shit like that. They don't think like that.
Because like the scene that we kind of saw very frequently was Adam and Eve.
Yes.
And Shane leaving the garden. The only sin that they committed was disobedience.
That's very true.
Yeah.
So,
and there's a very significance to the three, to the number 3. A lot of times Jesus got tempted 3 times by the devil. There's a lot of significance to the 3. So I'm saying, like, there's religious tones to this.
Yeah, like you said, 88's 2 infinity signs. Yes. Also,
I'm sorry, Johnny, I didn't mean to cut you off, but go ahead, man.
No, I was up.
In Asian culture, after the first year of your wedding, everybody gives you $88. People give you $88 because it's a sign of happiness, double happiness. It's 2 pieces, people coming together. So when I said on the vows in Bev's house, who we think is Bev, she had 88 on. It was like the 2 symbols of happiness. 2 symbols, double happiness is 88.
Right.
So 88 rising, you put it on the front of the door. It is an I Ching thing too. Okay. Like that's happiness. There's always 8 bars to everything.
And in a psychiatrist's office, there was a book about Nietzsche. Nietzsche was the Uberman that superior to everybody else, believed in, whatever happened. If you were superior or strong enough to do it, then you should if you get away with it, then you deserve to do it, right? Talked about another character being God. Disobedience to God is the only sin. Anybody that steps in the way, that's their fault. Because they ran into the house with the bomb. The bomb went off, right? It's like everything. So I don't know if it's good or bad. It's just not being obedient.
What is the saying? The only sin to God is disobedience. The only sin to man is dishonesty.
Yeah. So it's like
yeah.
Well, Donald Glover is just known for pushing the boundaries and blending religious philosophy, spiritualism, just in general. It's especially I go back to that album because of the internet, and it's riddled with that. It's like every single track is in that vein. So it wouldn't be too far fetched for him to kind of go that way. And there's a lot of religious and spiritual and philosophical tones in Atlanta, you know. And if you dig deep enough as well, you can kind of see that as well in Swarm. So
yeah,
I just think it's entertaining. I couldn't tell you what the answers are. I'm not telling you that I have the answers, but I'm just saying I recognize that there's more to it that I just haven't been able to connect the dots to it, and I think it leans into that.
One thing he does really well is leave everything on a cliffhanger, up to your interpretation.
Right.
And like even when he dropped Because of the Internet, it has a script in it.
Yes.
Like when you buy that album, it comes with a script, and it's about the boy. The album is about the boy, but it's the boy's soundtrack at the same time. And then he did Real Things. He pretended to be the boy in real life for 3 years about this album. So he promoted for 3 years and did like a live action performance for like 3 years on this album.
Yeah.
And so this may be part of it.
Well, he put a lot of himself in the art, and then he put, you know, to put his mother into the project too. And you know, I can't imagine how difficult that must have been, because I do believe that they are what's the sect? Jehovah's Witnesses, yes. And that's not one of those sects where you're gonna jump into the secular. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't get you more secular than it means too much more worldly than being on a TV show, you know. So there's that's an interesting thing, kind of like as well, that he's still putting something within his own real world into it.
Is he still Jehovah's Witness, or he was raised that way?
No, he was raised that way. I don't think he claims anything. Yeah. I think he just claims ideas. I think, and I'm not speaking on behalf of him, but I think that's how he is. He's just like, I'm just here to ask questions. So, let us know what you think in the chat, because I know we're kind of a little going off the reservation. But when you leave things as open ended as his projects have, and this one as well, it kind of forces you to kind of like have those conversations of the nature of why they're doing it. You know, the why behind it, not knowing who's pulling the strings, you know, all of these a lot of symbolism and stuff that's going on.
Well, I mean, it's just like, you know, if you look at, you know, Atlanta was left open-ended. Swarm was left open-ended. This is definitely open-ended. And now that I'm thinking about it, you know what I'm saying, even though it would be interesting to follow two new Smiths, you know, for them to take on the company or whatever, I think episode 6 was damn near a perfect episode. And 3/4 of this, episodes 3 through 8, were great. Episode 1 and 2 almost took me out.
I love
and episode 3, you know, it meandered along, but it got there. Episode 1 and 2, it took a while. It took a while to get there, but the rest of it, once it picked up, and we started really seeing what the character study was and understanding what we were doing with these people, and we started getting a little action. It was much better. I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I would want to see any more of this. Like, leaving it where it lay might be the best choice for this. Because, you know, you have to think too that, especially once your initial ideas run out and, you know, you start changing writers and things like this, you know, you think about Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was fantastic until it wasn't. You know, and when it left the reservation, damn it, it left. It's like, woof. Man, who is writing this? Kid with a crayon? Like, this is.
I think a lot of shows overstay their welcome.
Absolutely.
They overstay. And that's
why
why
I don't think Donald, you get him doing that. I don't think Donald's doing 5. He's gonna commit to the next 10 years of his life doing Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
He got $1 billion.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying it would be nice if he gave us something with a real arc. Like, you gave us 8 episodes of 40 minutes. So you gave us 320 minutes, you know, roughly, you know, 4.5 hours of programming. It would be nice to have kind of like kind of like Atlanta. Like Atlanta, we got a weird, quirky show that was super interesting, but it wasn't there in season 1. And then it started to figure itself out. And by the time it ended, he was like, chef's kiss. And I'm not saying this project, but it would be nice for something to have a planned 2 to 3 season arc. I'm
Maybe
gonna
that'll
cover
come
this.
eventually.
I'm gonna give you, this is my beginning, this is my middle, and this is my coup de grace. This is the
But if you know anything about Donald Glover, he doesn't look at stories that way.
I do.
His
and
thing
I know
is,
that he's
it's a moment in time, and whatever happens, happened. It's a very
However you interpret it, it's however you interpret it.
Yep. It's a moment in time.
But however, we go back to what we said earlier. And I know I said it. I'm sure someone else said it. So now that it's finished, should this have been called Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
That's a really good question to state now. Huh.
I mean, because if you're thinking about the way that Donald Glover tells stories, his moment in time, his super meta shit behind the scenes and interpolated and entwined all within the narrative itself.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it being missing.
We would have still watched it if it wasn't called Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Would it have had as many eyes on it?
We would have watched it.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, huh?
We would have watched it.
And that's the point I'm making. Is that why you call it Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Because regardless of people, even for the people who are pissed off because they thought they were going to find a different telling of the Brad and Angelina story or whatever, but there's a whole lot more eyes on it than would have been on it if it was just, because it was critically acclaimed, but I know not as many people watched Swarm like probably should have.
Right.
That's a whole different animal. That is some, I don't even know if I'm glad I watched it once, but now that I have seen it, yay, we'll never put that shit on again. That is,
But did you all know? I'm sorry. Did you all know there was a Mr. and Mrs. Smith before the Brad and Angelina joint?
Yeah, I did.
And the show is.
No, I didn't. What?
There is. It is a remake. It is about marriage, and it's about
was the movie.
It's a TV show.
The movie and the original movie. It was either a TV show or a movie. It's an original Mr. and Mrs.
The original was a TV show.
And it's about the staleness of marriage in like the 60s. Yeah. And it's about relationships. So I think one of the questions that Centel asked is it pertinent to today? So Mr. and Mrs. Smith came out like early 2000s, and it was about the relationship. Yeah, they were getting bored, becoming domesticated, and the different levels that they went through. This show, we literally saw that. We saw the awkward beginnings, we saw the counseling, we saw all of those things. So it wasn't the Brad and Angelina for me. It wasn't the Brad and Angelina Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but it was Mr. and Mrs. Smith, as it was a breakdown in studying relationships across working, wanting to get married, all of those things intertwined. So from the beginning, I didn't think it was, because I was expecting action-packed things like that. But as this analysis about relationships with the backdraft of being an assassination kind of spy thriller, I think it slides right into that kind of branding.
It's based on the book too.
Yeah.
It's based on the book, The Secret Lives of Mr. and Miss Smith.
That
was in 1997.
Slides into that.
Rakan, I'm glad you asked that question, because now I'm sitting here thinking about it. And that question, should it be called Mr. and Mrs. Smith, changes as you watch it. First 3 episodes, hell no. It should not have been called Mr. and Mrs. Smith. No. There's nothing about that leads me to believe that those two connect loosely. Halfway through, though, my mind starts changing. And by the time we get to the end, it's a resounding yes for me. I had to sit here and really sit on and think about that. This is Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It's just different. It really is. Like they did enough hat tips, especially with this last episode with them fighting each other. I think that was like the thing that was like the nail in the coffin, because when they do fight, and these assassins do fight, and when couples and married couples do fight, it can sometimes get really ugly. And what does that look like with assassins, and dealing with the pain? And I thought using the truth serum was a really great way of using espionage tools in order to even add to the healing and the therapy per se. You know, they went to a lady to try and get this done, and then all they had to do was just take some truth serum pills and save a couple $1,000s a session. So yeah, to kind of tie in with what Randy was saying, this is a story about relationships, and based on Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and I'm talking about the Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie one, I think it does fit well, and it is smart for marketing. Because if you call this something else and it ended the way it did, you are going to think Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and you're gonna be like, well, this is exactly like the Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie thing, and then it's gonna seem a little weird and wonky.
And the original one came out in 1941, and it's a Hitchcock joint. The original one.
Really?
Alfred Hitchcock directed it.
Huh. How did you feel, Rakai? Does it deserve the title or no?
I don't know. And honestly, because it took so long for me to let go of the Brangelina movie. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. Because here's the thing. We had, like I said, 4.5 hours, 8 episodes.
But the first episodes are an hour, right? They're all an hour. The first.
Close to it. It's like right at like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, but we had 4-5 hours of storytelling, right? In a movie, you don't have that much time to do it. So then that's why it's hard, because the movie really is kind of a romantic comedy. It's not a thriller. It's like a romantic comedy with action and violence. This was more an exploration of relationships, and I think it's interesting how they used everyday domestic issues, which kind of amplified the tension between these two. They're assassins. You know, they're just an assassin team that happens to work together. Because most of us we cannot relate to that world at all, that world of being a spy. I mean, even as much as we love James Bond and the situations and things that he gets into, the one thing that always plagues me, and I spent time in the military, what if you say the wrong thing? What if you make the one wrong decision? You know, they're canceling Christmas on your ass. That's it. You done said the wrong thing. You done alerted them. Now they know. You know, and ain't too many times you tell them shake and not stir, and that's your ass. But we can relate to these characters because they did a lot of the same relationship shit that we do. We have a lot of the same problems that we seeing that they was experiencing. They just had very different jobs than what we have. And that's extremely exciting to see and for us to be able to relate to. So I don't know. Back to the original question. I don't know if this should have been called Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but I do see why it was, just from a standpoint of, I think a lot more people watched this than would have, we would have on the strength of its Donald Glover project, but I don't think a lot of people would have watched it if it wasn't called that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like we watched Jaden Smith and Karate Kid, and there was not any karate in the whole entire movie.
No, it's a kung fu movie in China.
Yeah, and that's the reason they did that, because it draws people. We can't pretend like the American public in particular are really smart about that. They can connect the dots. They don't connect the dots.
Here's the funny thing though. It's like, I expected to see the same movie. You did see that Donald Glover's a black guy, right? Like right off top, we know the movie's
people
different.
Said that. People actually said that. They're like, Donald Glover is black and she's Japanese, and why are they Mr. and Mrs. Smith? That doesn't make sense. Mr. and Mrs. Smith are white. People did say that before it came out. They did say that.
Well, I think that's the thing where I really liked how they introduced a pretty much, I don't know, white and whatever that woman was. I guess she's white or she's exotic white, in the beginning they got taken out, and then we see the other couple of Jane and John who is taking out all the Smiths, and I think that opened it up where there's more than one Jane and John Smith out there. Like that's just the name of this couple. It's like 007. We knew it was Sean Connery, same way we knew it was Tim Dalton, Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan, Daniel Craig, George Lazenby. Like it's been a whole bunch of 007s. He is the youngest, oldest hitman in the world.
And I guess I like the casting though. Donald Glover is not Brad Pitt. He's just not, from a physical standpoint, appearance, anything. But I thought the casting of this version, it did play to the strengths of Donald Glover. We didn't get an over-the-top, fast-paced action movie or series, but we got something that was smart, it was psychological, physical, and action as well. So I thought that they did a good job of developing a story around the casting that they had.
Not only that, by making it Donald Glover and Maya Erskine, they didn't make it too damn supermodel, ultra beautiful people like Brad and Angelina. You know, they made it two relatable people that you could run into at the grocery store, people that you know what I'm saying, that you saw at the, at the gym, at your local yoga spot, or, they were two people. And then not only that, they weren't like ultra wonderful, SEAL Team 6 great. Like they were not fucked up a lot. Like they, you know what I'm saying? Like they was out here fucking up, that makes them relatable. We out here trying to be high risk. Wait, there's another level, super high risk. What's that about? Ooh, that sounds interesting. They got the most trauma their goddamn lives trying to be that ain't, maybe I just take low risk. I deliver cakes and shit all day. That ain't.
But Donald said that. He was like, hey, Johnny's like, hey, I'll be fine. Just, she asked him, she's like, you be fine being a mailman? He was like, yeah.
That reminds me, but it's like something my mama always used to say, you know what I'm saying? When you hungry, and your eyes, are bigger than your stomach. You put way too much, you piled a whole bunch of shit on your plate and you can't eat all that. And that was them. They wanted to pile all this stuff. I wanted to do super high risk. I want to do this. I want to be a killer. Yeah.
But that's sociopathic tendency.
Yeah, no disses to like mailman, but we can't see Brad being a whole movie where he's a mailman.
No.
Like, we can't see The Rock in a whole movie being a mailman. Like,
not at all.
Why are you 6'5", 280?
Hey, he was the Tooth Fairy in one movie. I don't
Man, but that was designed to be
he makes
a
bad
comedy.
decisions.
It's like I used to have a joke. It's like, man, I bet not walk into McDonald's and see nobody 7 foot talking about, can I take your order? Like, you done wasted.
You done wasted all that height.
Wasted all that height.
Yeah, you done wasted all that.
Hey, stop that, Randy. We know somebody has wasted all their height.
We do, and that's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah, you imagine some 30-year-old man, 7 foot tall, talking about, can I help you?
Yeah, I've seen that.
There's a bunch of them out there.
There are a bunch of them out there.
There's a bunch of them out there.
You say to yourself, what a damn waste.
I didn't think
I know a few. I know a dude right now that's 6'10" and couldn't hoop to save his life. If his life was on the line, he couldn't hit the side of a barn.
It just seems like there's other options, and that's all I'm saying. I thought the casting with the story went well.
I thought this was great in setting up Mr. and Miss Smith. I thought the title was appropriate. I guess when I first saw it, when he announced it, I expected Donald Glover's storytelling. I didn't expect anything in the movie. The movie was just pretty people shooting at each other. I didn't expect any of that. I was like, oh, that movie's all right. It's all right.
Well, also, in case you didn't know, Donald Glover actually directed this final episode too. So there's that as well.
The final episode?
Yep, he directed that
and
one.
let's give it up to Francesca Sloan, because she wrote the shit out of this.
And she was also a writer on Atlanta. Too. Just like Steven was. Steven wrote a lot of these episodes too.
She also worked on Fargo. Yeah, I haven't seen a TV show Fargo.
Oh yeah,
I saw the
Fargo's
season
good.
with Chris Rock.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched that season too.
Yeah, she worked on a couple of wrote 2 episodes for it.
Oh.
But yeah,
Good.
I think this was great. Sorry.
Oh, no. I think I'm gonna go ahead and stick a pin in this bad boy because I think we have absolutely beat this to death, and I want to make sure that everybody stays and gets all of the finer details on the Geekish Networks channel, because that is where this conversation is going to be continued in way more depth, way more detail, and have a little bit more time to kind of process it. So it's going to be must-see TV. I wanted to thank also everybody that has been on this trip with us for episodes 1 through 8. It has been absolute joy working with this group of guys, and I want to make sure that you all know how to get in contact with them. So we'll go ahead and kick this bad boy off with Rakai. Go ahead and let the people know how they can get in contact with you.
On all social media at Diamond Mind, DIAMONDMYND, because they're all about this right here.
Excellent. Yo, batting second, my man, Mr. Johnny Randolph. Go ahead and tell the people how they can get in contact with you.
You can find me across all social media at Johnny L. Randolph.
All right, and batting cleanup, and my man Chuck Charles. Give the people your socials and let them know how they can get in contact with the Geekish Network.
On all socials and even in foxholes around the world as a spy, you can find me at Charles Babb, BABB. And if you want to find me on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you can find me at the Geekish Network on YouTube, which is the premier Black Indigenous people of color geek network. So if you're a person of color, or if you're not, but you're definitely a geek, you need to come check us out. We got shows for you.
That's what I'm talking about, yo. Y'all heard it here first. If you've been enjoying the conversation, just the way we chop it up, you could be a friend of this channel and hit the subscription button. And of course, give us that thumbs up, because it's how the people know you're digging what we're giving you. Thank you so much. Let us know what we got right, what we got wrong. And the fun one is always what did we miss? We will see you in the comments, and I will see you all on Geek Beast. Y'all take care. Peace.